Divorces are as difficult as it can get. Not only does it have a huge impact on your emotional state, it does create a big impact on your financial state also. Now, let's accept in every marriage, the couple knows most of the times that yes, there is a divorce coming up. A lot of times you do not want to accept the reality. A lot of times you know the reality, but somewhere you know the fact that it is going to come up maybe in 6 months, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 5 years. So when you know that there is a divorce coming in the future, it is a very good idea to start preparing for it, especially when it comes to finances. Let's hear this video where you can get some ideas as to how you can start preparing financially for the divorce that is going to come up. The first thing that you need to do in such a state is get your different bank account. Now, as a couple, if you have a joint bank account, it is important that you start opening your individual bank accounts. If you have individual bank accounts, it's important that you start making that as your main bank account. Now, what does that mean? It means your income should start coming into that main bank account, your expenses, and especially the EMIs, school fees, your own rent, the main expenditures that you are bearing should start going from that bank statement. This will not only help you create a track of all the incomes and expenses that you have, it would also help you figure out what really is your personal cash flow, which a lot of times gets so mixed up that the couples are not really able to identify what really is their individual cash flow. The second that you need to do is get your own credit card. And if you have any joint credit cards, please ensure you trash them. Because a joint credit card is not going to give you any idea of what your expenses or what your spouse's expenses is. It's so mixed up most of the times that you're really not able to figure out. Now, for the joint expenses, let's say for the grocery or, if there's one person who's bearing those expenses for household expenses, then yes, that person should start using that or paying that through their own credit card. So what I'm basically saying is start simplifying your finances. Even if you see that it may or may not happen in the next 2 to 3 years, even if you see there could be a very slim chance of it happening in your life, I would still recommend to start simplifying your finances, because sorting out the financial mess, sorting out the financial confusion is one of the biggest battles that you can sort out when it comes to divorces. Now, the third thing that you need to do is you need to get a hang of what your income and what your expenses are. If you are someone who is not financially independent, if you are someone who is not making their own living, I suggest you start working towards it. Check out some of the options that even you can do from work from home or part-time jobs, freelancing jobs. There are many options these days which you can even do as a part-time in addition to whatever income you are generating. So if you're not financially independent, I strongly recommend you to start getting financially independent. And if you are a woman watching this, you can check out this video where we are telling you why is it important for women to start becoming financially independent. And if you're a man who's not financially independent, again, the same rule applies to you. Start making your own living, because in case this divorce happens, you would need your own income coming in. And there's nothing better than having your own income coming in. You really don't need to depend on anyone else to make your living. Once you've sorted your income, figure out what your expenses are. So the biggest battle here is sorting out the joint expenses. So if you have taken a home which is on joint ownership and you're jointly paying EMIs, it's important for you and your spouse to figure out how much of those expenses are being paid by each of you. And if that is basically the battle of concern, then you know that there can't be a discussion about it and you only have to sort that out. So similarly, any such expenses which jointly you guys are incurring or as a family you are incurring, it's important to sort out who is incurring what of those expenses. Not only does it help you create a track, it also helps you sort out the assets and understand which goes to whom in case this eventuality has to happen. There's some of the videos which I hope you don't have to watch, but if you are watching it, I hope this helps you, because sorting out your financial problem is one of the biggest battles when it comes to any divorces. Keep watching some of our next videos where we are going to tell you more and more about how can you sort out your finances when it comes to divorces. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe our channel and maybe comment on here too.